right, so get this. Meta's about to drop their Q4 earnings.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels like the whole tech world is holding its breath.
Yeah.
January 29th can't come soon enough.
Right.
We're talking AI,
Uh-huh.
we're talking advertising,
Yeah.
and we're talking a stock that's been defying gravity.
For sure.
This isn't just numbers on a spreadsheet.
No.
This report could seriously rewrite the rule book on how we connect online.
Absolutely. It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Meta's not just playing in their own sandbox.
Right.
They're shaping the entire digital landscape.
Wow.
What they do sends ripples throughout the tech world.
Okay, so before we get lost in the metaverse, let's ground ourselves with some cold, hard numbers.
Sure.
What's the buzz on Wall Street?
Well,
What are analysts predicting for this report?
analysts are buzzing, that's for sure.
Okay.
They're forecasting earnings per share of $6.90,
Okay.
a 29% jump from last year.
Wow.
And for revenue, get ready for this.
Right.
They're expecting around $46.97 billion, which is a 17% surge compared to the same period last year.
Those are some eye-popping numbers.
Yeah.
But couldn't this just be a normal seasonal bump? What makes these projections so extraordinary?
You've got to look deeper. And what you'll find is a company betting big on AI.
Right.
Meta's pouring resources into it. We're talking somewhere between $60 and $65 billion by 2025.
Wow.
This isn't just some techie side project.
Uh-huh.
It's the core of their strategy.
So let's break it down.
Sure.
How is this massive AI investment actually impacting Meta's bottom line?
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Meta is using AI to make their advertising even smarter.
Interesting.
Imagine an algorithm that can analyze your online activity with pinpoint accuracy,
Okay.
then use that data to serve you ads that are so relevant,
Yeah.
you might actually be interested in what you're seeing.
Huh.
This AI-powered approach boosts engagement,
Right.
which translates directly into higher ad revenue.
But is all this hype about AI just a clever marketing ploy? Or is this genuinely a game changer for Meta's advertising?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Meta's using a mix of AI techniques.
Like what?
We're talking machine learning,
Uh-huh.
which is all about algorithms that learn from data,
Right.
and deep learning, which is like machine learning on steroids.
Yeah.
It uses complex neural networks
Yeah.
to analyze information in a way that mimics the human brain.
Interesting.
They're using this technology to personalize ads,
Okay.
target specific audiences,
Uh-huh.
and even optimize ad placement for maximum impact.
Right.
This isn't just about throwing more ads at people. It's
Uh-huh.
about making every ad count.
That sounds like a recipe for a seriously powerful advertising machine.
It is.
Speaking of which, their advertising revenue is projected to jump from $38.7 billion last year to about $45.6 billion this quarter.
That's right.
That's a massive increase.
Yeah.
What's driving that growth besides their AI investments?
It's a combination of factors.
Well,
Remember those economic slowdowns we saw earlier? Well, it looks like things are picking up,
Yeah.
and businesses are eager to get their message out there.
Right.
That means more ad spending,
Okay.
and Meta is perfectly positioned to capitalize on that.
Makes sense.
Plus, their dominant position in the social media advertising landscape gives them a huge advantage.
I could see that.
They've got billions of users,
Yeah.
a wealth of data,
Right.
and a sophisticated ad platform.
Yeah.
It's a potent mix.
It almost sounds like they have a monopoly on social media advertising.
Well, let's not go that far.
Okay.
They do face competition,
Right.
and the regulatory landscape is always evolving.
Sure.
But there's no denying that Meta is a major force in the advertising world.
Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the stock market.
Okay.
Meta's stock has been on fire, up 65% in the past year.
It has.
It seems like investors are betting big on their future.
They are.
What's fueling that confidence?
Their track record speaks for itself.
How so?
Meta has consistently exceeded earnings expectations, beating analyst predictions for 8 quarters in a row.
Wow.
That kind of performance gets Wall Street buzzing,
Right.
and investors are flocking to a company that seems to defy gravity.
It's impressive.
It is.
But it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Whoa.
Meta is facing some serious challenges.
Sure.
Their infrastructure costs are skyrocketing with all those data centers they're building.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Reality Labs.
Yeah.
Their big bet on the metaverse.
Right.
Are these investments a drag on their profitability?
There's no doubt that those challenges are real.
Okay.
Those data centers are expensive to build and maintain,
I bet.
and the metaverse is a long-term gamble that's costing them a fortune right now.
Right.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
Meta is demonstrating incredible operational efficiency.
Interesting.
They're making strategic investments in their future while still delivering outstanding financial results.
Okay.
That's a delicate balance to strike.
Yeah. It sounds like they're walking a tightrope. So far, they're managing to stay on track.
Exactly. They're playing a long game, and they're not afraid to make bold moves.
But with all this talk about AI and advertising, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. What does all of this mean for everyday users like us?
Yeah.
What impact will these changes have on our online experience?
That's the million-dollar question.
I know, right?
As Meta becomes increasingly reliant on AI, our online experiences will become even more personalized and targeted.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Right.
Your newsfeed, the ads you see, the content that's recommended to you,
Yeah.
all of that will be shaped by AI algorithms that are constantly learning about your preferences and behaviors.
This all sounds a bit futuristic.
It does a little.
I mean, is this level of personalization really achievable?
I think so.
What does it actually look like in practice?
Imagine scrolling through your newsfeed
and
seeing a post about a new restaurant that's opening just down the street from you.
Right.
An ad pops up for a concert featuring a band you've been listening to on repeat.
Okay.
A friend's post appears, reminding you about a movie you both wanted to see.
Right.
All of this is driven by AI.
Wow.
Analyzing your location data, your music preferences, and your conversations with friends.
Interesting.
To curate a digital experience that feels tailor-made for you.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
It sounds like AI could make our online lives more convenient and relevant.
For sure.
But is there a downside to all of this personalization?
Well,
are we giving up too much control to these algorithms?
That's a valid concern. As we delve deeper into Meta's strategy, we need to explore the potential trade-offs between personalization and privacy.
I see.
It's a complex issue. That's at the heart of the debate about the future of the internet.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
But I have a feeling we're just scratching the surface.
There's a lot more to unpack, especially when it comes to the metaverse and Meta's long-term vision.
Absolutely.
So buckle up, everyone, because our deep dive into Meta's Q4 earnings is just getting started.
Can't wait. You're absolutely right. There's a whole other layer to this story when we talk about Meta's investments in the metaverse.
Okay.
Remember those Reality Labs investments we discussed earlier? They're not just some futuristic side project.
Right.
They represent a fundamental shift in how Meta envisions the future of online interaction.
Okay, so let's dive into the metaverse.
Sure.
For those who might not be familiar with this concept, can you give us a quick explainer?
Of course.
What is the metaverse? And why is Meta betting so heavily on it?
Think of the metaverse as a persistent, immersive virtual world that exists parallel to our physical reality.
All right.
It's a place where you can interact with other people, attend events, explore digital landscapes, and even conduct business all through your digital avatar.
It's not just about gaming or entertainment. It's about creating an entirely new way for us to connect and engage with each other online.
It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
Yeah, it does a bit.
But is this just hype?
Well,
or is there real substance behind Meta's metaverse ambitions?
I think there is.
What are the potential benefits of this technology?
Meta sees the metaverse as a transformative platform that will fundamentally change how we work, play, and socialize.
Wow.
Imagine attending a virtual conference where you can network with colleagues from around the world, all while feeling like you're physically present in the same room.
Right.
Picture yourself exploring a digital art gallery, interacting with virtual sculptures and paintings in a way that's simply impossible in the physical world.
Interesting.
The metaverse holds the potential to create experiences that are more engaging, more immersive, and more connected than anything we've ever seen before.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It does.
But let's be realistic. Building a fully functional metaverse is a massive undertaking.
Sure.
And Meta's Reality Labs division has faced its fair share of setbacks.
Yeah.
What are the biggest hurdles they need to overcome to make this vision a reality?
The challenges are significant.
Like what?
First and foremost, the technology is still in its early stages.
Okay.
Creating truly immersive virtual experiences requires enormous computing power. Advanced hardware like VR and AR headsets.
Yeah.
And sophisticated software to manage these complex virtual worlds.
That makes sense.
Then there's the issue of accessibility.
Right.
For the metaverse to be truly inclusive, it needs to be accessible to people with a wide range of devices and internet connections.
Nice.
And let's not forget about user experience.
Yeah.
Navigating these virtual worlds needs to be intuitive, engaging, and user-friendly.
Right.
Or people will simply lose interest.
Those are some valid concerns.
They are.
But Meta isn't shying away from these challenges, are they?
No, they're not.
They're pouring billions of dollars into research and development. And they're acquiring companies with expertise in VR and AR technology.
That's right.
It seems like they're in it for the long haul.
They are, and that's what's so intriguing about this story.
Oh, how?
Meta is playing a high-stakes game.
Okay.
They're investing heavily in a technology that's still unproven.
Right.
And there's no guarantee that it will pay off.
Yeah.
But they're willing to take that risk because they believe the potential rewards are enormous.
So how does all of this tie back into their Q4 earnings? Are investors patient enough to wait for this metaverse vision to materialize?
Well,
or are they expecting to see some tangible results from Reality Labs in the short term?
that's a key question that investors will be watching closely.
Yeah.
Well, Meta has made it clear that Reality Labs is a long-term investment. They'll be looking for signs of progress.
Like what?
How much revenue is Reality Labs generating?
Okay.
What are the key metrics they're using to measure success? How are they mitigating the financial risks associated with this ambitious undertaking?
Right.
These are the questions that will be on everyone's mind
Yeah.
as they analyze the earnings report.
But even if the metaverse doesn't become the dominant platform that Meta envisions,
Okay.
wouldn't all of this investment in VR and AR technology still benefit their other businesses?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm thinking of things like their social media platforms, their advertising business, even their e-commerce efforts.
For sure. So,
The technologies they're developing for the metaverse have applications across their entire ecosystem.
oh, wow.
Think about it.
Okay.
More immersive advertising experiences,
Yeah.
virtual shopping environments, even enhanced social interactions within their existing platforms.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
So even if the metaverse itself doesn't pan out as they hope,
Right.
these investments are laying the groundwork for a future where digital interactions are richer, more engaging, and more seamlessly integrated into our lives.
It sounds like Meta is taking a multi-pronged approach to the future.
It does.
They're not putting all their eggs in the metaverse basket,
Right.
but they're clearly positioning themselves to be at the forefront of this emerging technology.
Exactly. They're hedging their bets.
Uh-huh.
But they're also making bold moves
Yeah.
that signal their commitment to shaping the future of online interaction.
So as we approach the release of their Q4 earnings,
Yeah.
what are the key things we should be watching for when it comes to the metaverse?
Okay.
What kind of information will give us insights into their progress and their strategy?
First and foremost, keep an eye on any financial updates related to Reality Labs.
Okay.
They'll likely share revenue figures, operating expenses, and other metrics that provide a glimpse into the financial health of this division.
Right.
Pay attention to any announcements about new partnerships, acquisitions, or product launches
Yeah.
that signal their strategic direction.
Okay.
And listen carefully to any comments from Meta's leadership about their long-term vision for the metaverse
Right.
and how they plan to overcome the challenges they face.
Okay.
These insights will be crucial in understanding how Meta's metaverse ambitions are shaping their overall strategy.
Okay, we've talked about AI, we've talked about advertising, and we've delved into the metaverse.
We have.
But there's one more piece of this puzzle that we need to address.
Yeah.
And that's Meta's stock performance. It's been on a tear lately.
It has.
But can it maintain this momentum?
Yeah.
What are the key factors that will determine whether Meta's stock continues to soar or comes back down to earth?
That's the question on every investor's mind, isn't it?
Right.
Several factors will influence Meta's stock performance in the coming months and years.
Like what?
First and foremost, there are the financial fundamentals.
Okay.
Can Meta continue to deliver strong revenue growth and profitability? Can they manage their expenses effectively, especially those related to their data centers and Reality Labs? Investors will be scrutinizing these numbers carefully.
So it's not just about big ideas and futuristic visions.
No.
It's about proving that they can translate those ideas into tangible financial results.
Exactly. Then there's the competitive landscape.
Okay.
Can Meta maintain its dominant position in the social media and advertising markets?
Right.
How will they respond to emerging competitors like TikTok and other platforms that are vying for users' attention and advertising dollars?
I see.
Investors will be watching closely to see how Meta navigates these competitive pressures.
And let's not forget about the regulatory environment.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Governments around the world are increasingly scrutinizing big tech companies.
That's right.
And Meta is no exception.
No.
How will they navigate the evolving landscape of data privacy regulations, antitrust concerns, and other legal challenges?
Absolutely. Regulatory risks are a significant factor for any tech giant.
Yeah.
And Meta is no stranger to scrutiny.
True.
Their ability to address these concerns effectively and demonstrate a commitment to responsible innovation will be crucial in maintaining investor confidence.
It sounds like Meta is facing a complex and dynamic set of challenges.
Yeah, it is.
But they've also demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt, innovate, and overcome obstacles.
That's what makes this company so fascinating to watch.
I agree.
They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Right.
And they're not afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
Whether they succeed or stumble, their journey will undoubtedly shape the future of the tech industry.
It's a story that's still being written.
It is.
And this Q4 earnings report will be a crucial chapter in that story.
Absolutely.
We'll be watching closely to see how it unfolds. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground from AI-powered advertising to their ambitious metaverse plans.
We have.
But it all boils down to this: what does it all actually mean?
Yeah, it's about understanding where Meta fits in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
They're not just building products. They're shaping the future of how we connect, communicate, and experience the world.
Right.
This Q4 earnings report is a snapshot of that journey.
But how do we, the everyday users, make sense of all this?
Yeah.
What should we be paying attention to as we scroll through our feeds and interact online?
Be observant. Notice how the AI algorithms are working.
Okay.
Are the ads more relevant?
Uh-huh.
Is your feed suggesting content that genuinely interests you?
Right.
It's about understanding the technology that's shaping your online experience.
It's like becoming aware of the invisible hand guiding our digital lives.
Yeah.
But it can't just be about passively observing, right?
I don't think so.
We have a role to play in this, don't we?
Absolutely. Ask questions, engage in conversations about data privacy, the role of AI, and the impact of these technologies on society.
Yeah.
The more informed we are, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this evolving digital landscape.
It's about reclaiming our agency in a world that's increasingly driven by algorithms.
Yeah.
So as Meta unveils its Q4 earnings, what's the one key takeaway you'd like our listener to keep in mind?
Pay attention to the interplay between innovation and responsibility.
Okay.
Meta is pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but it's crucial that they do so ethically and with a deep understanding of the potential consequences.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
It is.
They're striving for growth and progress.
Yeah.
But they need to do it in a way that benefits society as a whole.
Precisely.
Also,
as you follow Meta's journey, ask yourself, are they using their power responsibly?
Yeah.
Are they creating a future that we want to be a part of?
Those are powerful questions to consider. It's been a fascinating deep dive into Meta's Q4 earnings.
Could have.
We've explored their strategy, their challenges, and their vision for the future.
That's sure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and, most importantly, a sense of empowerment to engage critically with the technologies that are shaping our world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.